Good morning and welcome, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time to spend a little bit of your late morning with us to understand some more about a new technology and some very exciting capabilities we'd like to talk about today. AI photo search, very interesting capability and technology that we'll jump into here. Hopefully, you'll gain something from this presentation, and hopefully, you can see some benefit, and we'll talk through it. Next slide. So, why we're here today? Again, AI-powered photo search capability, very cutting edge, very exciting usage of the technology that we've had in place for 30 plus years, but allows you using a photo to identify parts in seconds. Obviously saves time in the field and reduce downtime with faster part matching. You could quickly compare it back to inventory and cut lead times tremendously. It really helps to empower the maintenance technicians in the field to get their jobs done in a quicker and more streamlined capability. So with that, the main thing you want to see here is just to see this product live. So I'm going to turn it over to one of our technicians, Jeff. And Jeff, all yours.
All right, thanks, Brian. So yeah, what we're going to do is just run through right now a couple quick examples to show you, give you a feel for it, maybe varying complexities, and certainly interested in some other use cases you all might have. But should be looking at my
We need you to
3D.
reshare your screen, Jeff.
Oh, I apologize. I thought
It's
I had
okay.
shared that. Now you should be hopefully looking at my 3Dfindit screen here. So what we've got here is our 3Dfindit platform. We've got a mix here of various industry standard components. We've got a lot of manufacturer components, as you can see, and we've got a set of indexed parts, right, that are actually from an engineering environment that we've indexed in to make searchable. So kind of your own parts as well. Just for starters, we're going to do a search on a quick handle, just like a part that you found or an image you've got from the web, from a company's website, brochure, PDF, etc. Apply and search that. And it's going to go through and it's going to find anything that kind of matches that from the geometric fingerprints that we've created. You can see we've got some good results here across KIP and NORLM. Go ahead and I'll just grab this first one. You can see I've got the 3D view here. I can do some configuration within this manufacturer catalog, change the size of my mounting thread there. I don't have any ERP PLM information at the moment. This would be a new part. So at this point, if I've qualified this and said, hey, this is the part that I want to use, then I can run that over to my CAD system. I can get that to my admin to add to our library or to our database so that I can use it in my design. So a good way to find, some new parts from our manufacturer catalogs as well. Another example, we'll just back out of here and at this point, we'll do kind of some searching on our own catalog. So this is, parts that we've indexed from maybe machines we've designed or platforms we've put together. So in this case, you see a little bit of a different part. We've got one like a part that we've taken off a machine. We've just got it in the field. The AI automatically sort of interprets what it's going to be looking for. Again, I'll do apply and search, and you can see our results pop up pretty quickly here. And we're getting some kind of mixed results, a lot of things, right, that have sort of a similar profile from different angles as we're searching through all of our geometry. So what's cool now is I can go ahead and say, well, I know this is somewhere between 80 and 120 along the largest size. So now that I've done that, again, you can see kind of dialing in based on these geometric parameters. I've got a good match here, pull it up. You can see verify from the 3D, looks like exactly what I'd be looking for. And in this case, it does have some material numbers and some additional properties with it because it came in from our system. So it's already maybe an approved part. I can actually go ahead and just drop that into my design or again, use it wherever I need to it's already approved, already released, and ready to go. And this is information that we're kind of pulling in real time from your system. So kind of cool to get that extra information there. And then a last use case, if we jump back, would be now we're actually on a machine itself, right? So we've got a photo of the different components on a machine, the segment that's given us trouble. And in this case, you see it's got kind of interpreted more than I want to search on. So I can actually go ahead and with the AI tools, tell it what I want to be my search criteria, right? If we're looking to replace this particular wheel here, go ahead and select that. You see it's done a good job now of picking out what to search for. Go ahead and apply and search that. And in this case, again, seeing some round objects that are a good potential match. But what I'm going to do now is actually go and search for a specific geometric feature in addition to that photo. So we happen to know, hey, there's going to be an internal cylinder. Let's say we know the diameter there is 40. We know what size that kind of drive shaft is. So once we commit that, you can see it's going to rate our searches even more, bring us all these examples. We'll come into our 3D. And what's really nice about this is it's actually overlaid that parameter that we plugged in for the 40 millimeter hole onto our 3D view. So that gives me a really quick and easy way to verify that's exactly the dimension that I'm looking for. So you can see really nice way to combine that again. So not just a photo search, but also photo search in combination with other parameters that you may want to plug in, known parameters, estimated parameters and things like that. So just a quick look, obviously some different use cases there. Would love to learn more about any ideas that other folks have on how this might be applicable. So definitely drop those in the chat, but hopefully a good overview for you. And I'll kick it back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Jeff. So I think the first thing to take from this is to understand the speed. I know there's a lot to see there, a lot going on, but just imagine the speed to go from a photo to the actual part of your database and to address it from there is pretty outstanding. We know there's other places that this technology can fit, and we'd love to hear your ideas around that. It's a new technology. There's a lot of fits for it, and again, please share. What we're going to talk about here is just a little bit about more of a use case concerning MRO field service. Typical pieces of that environment, trying to find the part, reduce the times, all those kind of things are involved with trying to get MRO done out in the field. So how do you improve upon that process? Well, if you look at the way it's done now, you've got parts in the field. You got to identify those parts, find the right replacement parts. The challenge has always been that how do you once you identify the part that needs to be replaced, how do you find that and order replacements? Google searches, all those kind of markings on the actual parts, all those things come into play and very time consuming. What we're offering here, as Jeff showed you, was a very quick way to take a picture of that, capture it, and then immediately identify it back in your database that, hey, this is the part, here it is. Even tells you potentially where you purchase it from, and the order can be placed instantly for that particular part based on the photo search capability. And again, you do this, you find the part, you make sure it's accurate. You could even look for other parts that may be similar that you could use in place of it. Whatever it takes, you have that ability to go in immediately and look at your database for replacements. Really, if you look at the process that's currently in place at the top, it could take some time. There's a lot of parts in that takes time to conduct. And what we're saying is, with the photo search capability using AI, you could cut that down significantly to a fraction of the amount of time it takes to do MRO. So something to strongly consider in that environment. So, with seeing this and understanding what the technology is and how it applies, we'd love to hear more about the challenges that you're seeing. in MRO or maybe in other areas within the organization, and how we can potentially help in those areas as well.
Oh, we do have a couple of questions. If you want,
Great.
if you guys are ready for those. Yeah, the first one is compatible with AutoCAD.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. Yep.
And can you sort on material properties?
Yeah, so if you've got materials in the catalog, then that's absolutely sortable, right? Filterable. So what we like to do is actually pull in the materials list that you use from your CAD system, so it matches that exactly. So those map in and out nicely. But you can absolutely do text search on material if you wanted to add, the term stainless to a search. You could, or even if you're reviewing the results on those filters, you'd be able to see the various materials that got pulled in as well.
Jeff, would it be helpful to touch on internal parts as well as manufacturer components here?
Yeah, sure. So, kind of a big distinction there is internal parts. Those are things that you've designed yourself, or in some cases, it could be parts that you've downloaded from the web, just things that are already in your system. So, you've designed machines over the last 10 years, you've used thousands and thousands of those parts, right? We'll index those to help find them for reuse. So, those are already kind of existing parts in your PLM, in your ERP, et cetera, your Vault, whatever system you're using there. The manufacturer parts, those are parts that we've built with our technology, partnered with the manufacturers, the ABBs, the Rockwell Automations of the world, in order to make those available to you as well. Those you can find and bring into your system as new parts, right? And you can search across both at the same time. You can specifically pick manufacturers you want to search from or search internally. So you've got a lot of flexibility there.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to keep going.
Sure. So just to finish up here, for those of you who don't understand this capability and where it plays, AI photo search is part of a larger platform we call 3Dfindit. So I just want to share a couple slides on our technology and how it plays. So Jeff touched on it a little bit here just a minute ago. There's three things that we're able to do. We help engineers, technicians, people in the organization find parts faster, and we do that through CAD plugins, PLM, ERP integration, and we can search on internal parts, which Jeff touched on. We index the data that you have currently, and we can actually use that to search on your internal parts. We also have the ability to search on commercial parts as well as industry standards. And those are the external catalogs that Jeff had talked about earlier as well. So the ability to search across all of those to find the parts to use in your particular requirement is the core of our business. Some of the things that are pretty important to understand and take away from here is that photo search is a great and new piece of our arsenal. However, we have a lot of search capability built into our portfolio as it is. If you look at geometric shape search, so being able to look at geometric shapes and search on similar type parts to find them quickly and effectively. We can do sketch searches. So, if you're looking for an L bracket or whatever it might be, you can do a quick search on a sketch in that area. Similarity search. So maybe you have a part and you want to find what you have internally, for example, that's similar to what you have. You can do similarity search to a part that you upload and compare it against and make some decisions on whether or not to use a different part or whether you need to order something different or make something. You have that ability. So all of these search capabilities that you see there are part of our suite currently and are part of the implementation when you do install 3Dfindit. And again, all of that leads to indexing all of those internal parts and searching for them internally in your database, and also those supplier catalog parts, which currently, we're 1,000+ supplier catalogs that you can pull from and download in the CAD system of your choice. So you look across the board right now, agnostic to CAD and to PLM. So if you need a SolidWorks part, a CATIA part, an NX part, you can download those through our system and incorporate those into your PLM as well. So that just gives you a quick overview of our product, 3Dfindit, our new capability, AI photo search. Hopefully this was beneficial and educational for you. everybody that's on the call today will get a follow-up email with the slide deck and the actual demonstration in recording mode. If there's anything we can do to help prior, feel free to hit info@partsolutions.com. Otherwise, once we send that out, you'll receive a contact follow-up from one of our account managers to understand your feelings about it, and if there's anything we could talk about further in your organization.
We do have a couple more questions, Brian.
Okay, great.
The first one is, do we need photos of our internal components as reference?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're actually not comparing photos to photos. We are comparing photos to the index geometry, to the geometric fingerprint of the product. So yeah, you absolutely do not need photos of yours, of your products to do that. You only need your search photo.
And then what if our company can't do cloud-based and we can only do on-premise?
Yeah, all of that can be done on-premise for you. So what we'll do is install it within your environment. So the 3Dfindit is kind of a browser-based interface, but all the data and all that information actually does live on your servers, kind of lives on premises. So it's not publicly visible. There's a lot of security control we have there. So absolutely not a cloud application, actually.
Perfect. That's all we've got from the questions.
Okay, great. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us today. Thanks, Jeff, for your demonstration there. Very exciting to see the new technology, and we look forward to reaching out to everybody. Take care. Have a great day.